Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Come Back, this time with a Beacon Rush battle from Shenzen Night. In this battle you will see how important it is to hold the flanks on this map, because in the beginning we did not manage to get a flank and therefore almost lost after 4 minutes, but gradually we fought ourselves back into the game. We start with the Phantom, go for center and get it, and then go for the left flank. Then we run into another Phantom, but we already lost half of our health at this point and the other Phantom is full, so for this reason we will lose the beacon. But it's worth to look at this situation now in order to understand why we ended up in such a bad situation in the first place. I was taken out by the Phantom on the left flank. If I had team support, only one more player, I think we would have had a good chance to get this beacon. But instead our team went for the other flank on the right side, which is fine. In the end, if we have center and we got the other flank at least, we would still be in a good position. But look at this, my entire team went there, but still we lost the flank to the red team. If a whole team goes towards one beacon, you must get it, there is no question about it. Otherwise you run into huge issues right at the start and you risk to simply lose by beacon control in a few minutes. And that's basically what happened now. We got 4 capped and it took us a huge effort to come back from this. So what would you do in this situation? Well, I assumed, since my whole team goes to D and even started to turn it, that we should somehow will be able to get it, right? Center is still blue, so I decide to bring my shell and go for beacon B again, because it is poorly protected. And on the way there, try to hold center somehow, but unfortunately unsuccessfully. Again, in this situation I think with team support we would have gotten this beacon. Instead, my whole team is still active at the other flank trying to get it. Unsuccessfully as it seems. I have to say that this is played very well by the red team. They bind our team at a flank that is red. And they manage to hold it. So by default this wins the game if they don't make any mistake. Because when 5 players try to get the red beacon and don't manage to do so, the 6th player, in this case me, can do whatever he wants. I will never be able to compensate for this. So in this situation we are already a lot under pressure and may lose a couple of minutes later. So I need to take risks now in order to preserve our chance to win. I spawn into my Chromola Capri and immediately try to get center here while supporting my team by healing and mid-range damage dealing. If I went to beacon B here, probably the same is going to happen to my Capri that happened already to my Phantom and to my Shell. I may be able to challenge it but can't get it by myself. On the other hand, if I get center here, we reduce the beacon bar pressure a little bit and we can choose from 3 options afterwards. Depending on the situation, we may then go for a 3rd beacon from there. So let's do that. Alright, we're half dead because I decided to lure away the reds from the central beacon, because as you can see in the background we finally got some team support and we'll get a 2nd beacon. Unbelievable. And then I see a chance to get the left flank, because there is only one dude there and he's half dead. So let's see what we can do here. We only have 3 weapons left, but our repair amplifier is maxed out, which makes my Capri very hard to kill. Let's go. And we managed to get the left flank. Amazing. So for the first time in this battle we have a beacon lead. Let's try to get this Outshun out of the way. Nice. And now we need to find our way back into the game, which will not be trivial. The good thing is that my team is also attacking the other flank. That would bring us into a great tactical position on the battlefield. In the meantime, I help to bring this luchador down that is binding our other teammates in front of our home beacon. Perfect. So from this point onwards we have chances to win. But we need to hold both flanks and must not feel too safe. more threats are going to show up. Then there is a luchador that jumps into center supported by Capri. My own Capri is half dead by now, so it gets taken out, but I don't really mind because it's time for my tank buster, the Havoc Ravana. So there are two great targets right at center in the open area of this map. And one possibility certainly would be to join in for the damage feast together with the rest of my team. But then I decide to do something else, because I see a gap. Watch this. So we sneak away the red home beacon right in front of the nose of our opponents and bring down a sniper ming at the same time. Perfect. But we are not done yet with beacon counterplay. We nuke the first hawk and then go for the second flank while we wait out the ability of the second hawk. Then pummel the second hawk, turn the beacon blue, and all of a sudden we have 4-capped the red team. It looked so easy, right? Well, I can guarantee you that often it looks easy, but in reality it's extremely difficult. So the last 40 seconds of the game I decide to secure our beacon lead and not risk anything, so that we don't bot out in yet another turnaround. But that was a really great comeback. What a horrible start, but with a few tactical moves we could turn it around. Unfortunately, I forgot to switch to the battle results tab, but I'm sure that our opponents were far from being weak. Thanks for watching this episode of How to Comeback, and see you on my channel.